Peace again. Happy new moon in Pisces. As promised, extended oracle observation for this new moon energy, this new moon with no retrogrades, this new moon aligning with so much upsurgence of energy and Pluto return transformation. It's a powerful time. It really, really is a powerful time, and a lot of shift happening that we are all starting to see and feel tangibly. So again, definitely a time to dream big. Pisces energy, Neptunian energy is really, really about, how it's that go big or go home. How good do you want it? Opulence and luxury, and not in terms of things and possessions, but in terms of quality of life, and living your passion and your purpose, and listening to your heart and your soul, and being heart-centered and being a heart-centered leader. So that's the energy. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna tap in Moonology deck as our foundation, as I usually do for new moon and full moon extended readings. So I will be using 4 decks and the charms. So we're going to start off with our foundation with Moonology, just to get a general idea, gist of this particular energy with this Pisces new moon. And then we're going to build on the energy with my Pamela Coleman Smith tarot for confirmation, for clarification, sorry. And then we are going to be using Lenormand, classic Lenormand, for confirmation. And then we're going to be using my mermaid deck for affirmation. I'm going to align with the mermaid deck because with Pisces energy, dealing with the fish and the scales and fish tails and such. So I'm going to use the mermaid deck for that affirmation pull. So I give thanks to the Creator. I give thanks to Earth Mother. I give thanks to my ancestors, angels, archangels, ascended masters, sages, sibyls, starseeds, Neturu, Orisha, all in alignment with light and love, with justice, with humanity, with collective consciousness. Thank you for messages for the collective, in alignment with this new moon in Pisces. What would you energies have us know? Our foundation: be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Go big or go home, right? Didn't I just say that? This is our foundation energy for this moon. This is about dream big. This is about don't wait for somebody to tell you, yeah, you should do that, or yeah, you can do that. No, you know that you can, you know what it is, and just go for it. It's so opulent in regards to the energy, letting us know just how freaking awesome and grand and victorious and brilliant and creative. Again, very creativity on overdrive energy with Pisces, with Neptune, with transition and transformation and creatrix energy. We are in a 6th year, 2022. It's about mastery, it's about harmony, it's about really bringing things to fruition. So the boldness that is required in that, the first move, the initiation, I always say one of my favorite words is initiative, and I consider that word the 1111 word. Just like the 4 of Wands is considered the 1111 card in the tarot, because of seeing the 4 staffs, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, 1111. With initiative, there are 4 eyes in initiative. So the same way that I was inspired to spell back to natural with 2 eyes in the center instead of TO is for that same reason, aligning it with the number 11, aligning it with I and I, and seeing God in ourselves and in each other. So initiative being a word that has 4 eyes, has an 1111 energy frequency to it, really highlights the importance of making that first move, the importance of being proactive, of just going for it, not waiting on anything or anyone. There's such a confidence that is required in that. There is a boldness that is required in that. And again, like I've been saying a lot these days, how good do you want it? You know, we have to think about how we use words and sayings and cliches and all of that stuff. And I don't say how bad do I want it, how bad do you want it, because I don't want it bad, I want it good. So when we think about that and how good we want it, whatever that thing is, whatever that, or whoever that person is, how bad do you want it? How good do you want it? Right? That's where we switch it up. It's things roll off the tongue and we have to make that flip. We know that we want it that good. And what it requires in regards to being bold, being bad in that same, you know, the reason that we use how bad do we want it, because we kind of put that double, you know, meaning to it, or flip it, or kind of reclaim a word. Be deliberate with the words. Be deliberate with your actions. Be deliberate with your initiative. And also question why it is that we choose specific words and choices and decisions and all of that stuff. So be bold. Make the first move, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, whether it's a career idea, whether it's a new concept for something that you've been working on. Be bold. Like just really just go for it. Just go for it. No questions asked, you know, type of thing. Again, it's such powerful energy right now to do that with the lack of retrogrades, with, you know, this Pisces, Neptune, you know, energy that is lending so much support to our creativity. And this, again, upsurge of energy as well that we got through Mahashivratri and this new moon and just new beginnings, Pluto return, and this transformative energy. And it's really, really quite powerful. So it is a time to do it. And it's a time to do it that's also kind of limited, because if we are really thinking about having the kind of as above, so below support, right? Or the as above, below, as above to get that support below, then we've got that kind of window of the next 3 months before Pluto goes into retrograde on April 29th. So it's less than 3 months now. I've been saying 3 months for so long now, or since the past, you know, because of also that 3 energy that was right on point. But yeah, we running out of time when we really think about what it is that we are trying to get, and to have a little bit less obstacles in the way, you know, for things to kind of be a little bit more smooth, a little bit more harmonious, the universe acquiescing, saying, all right, you got that, you know, you got that. You're taking the initiative, you're being powerful about it, you're being strong, you're being, you know, sure. I got you. So take advantage. I'll say it again. Take advantage of the energy of the situation, because it is absolutely serving. Give thanks, Pamela Coleman Smith. I speak your name. To lend some clarification on this energy, on this notion to be bold, to take the initiative, to make the first move. Sometimes we don't. More often than not, we don't. Get this energy out. More often than not, we don't want to make the first move. We're so scared of rejection. Everybody's so scared of rejection. You know, it's like rejection is protection, y'all. I'll be celebrating rejection. I'm like, yeah, you do stay away. If that's what it is, there's a reason. There's a reason if they're staying away. And until they get it right, until they feel right, they're not right. And then it's not going to be right for you. So you be okay with that. Be okay with the stay away. Be okay with the, you know, people in their shells right now and not wanting to come through. I'm going to take those. Be okay with that, because there's a reason for it. And it's a reason because right now everybody, you know, we're trying to come together with our soul tribe and understand collective consciousness, because that is Age of Aquarius energy. But you got to get it right for yourself first. You have to know what that is for yourself first. You have to know what your role is, so that when you do find your soul tribe, which again, you can only actually get there after doing that work for yourself anyway. It's a cycle, you know what I mean? Like all of these things build upon each other, and we have to start with number one. We got to start with understanding our own magic and our manifestation and the tools, the suits that we have at our disposal. The Magician is the number one card. There's the Fool, which is 0, but number 1 in Major Arcana for our tarot is literally wielding the power of every suit in the tarot. You've got your swords and your cups and your pentacles and your wands. For the Magician to literally be able to manipulate at will. You've got the infinite abundance sign above his head, which is aligning with that infinite abundance, that optimal health, that whatever it is that you say, the universe again acquiescing right now, especially with the energy of as above, so below. That is what this wand, literally holding the wand up to the sky, aligns with this card, is that energy of as above, so below, and wielding, bringing that power down in a sense with the support that is happening as above, which I feel like redundant. I'm repeating myself just because of how perfectly aligned this card is, because that is what this card literally epitomizes. Tapping into that as above energy and knowing that you can harness it and work and manifest it below to literally create everything and an ultimate balance of all of the energies, all of the suits, all of the elements, all of the emotions and structures that are involved in this. From the water to the earth element, to the fire element, to the air element, you got that. To the from the creative to the emotional to the intellectual to the, it's all like you have it at your disposal. And it's a powerful time to acknowledge that so that you're able to wield it, so that you're able to, as these portals open, that you are able to walk through, or that it's pouring that energy down for you. This is, again, creativity time. This is dream big. This is how good do you want it. You literally have the power to make magic, abracadabra, and make that shit happen. You can't go wrong with that. And I definitely say, again, take advantage of this situation right now. All right, we got the 10 of Swords. We got the Strength card, Page of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, and Judgment. So, if we're looking at the general energy here with these cards, I'm feeling like I've been saying, and I've been speaking with my queens in the collective, it is the darkest before the dawn right now. We are dealing with some like really diabolical shit right now. But despite the stabs in the back that we are feeling on multiple levels, and again, I'm not going to get political and get all up in it and stuff, because y'all know, especially if you're seeing this, y'all know. We just have to focus on the sun will come out tomorrow. That'd be like my theme song these days, straight up. Number 10, new cycle. This is exactly the energy, again, the upsurge that we were talking about, new moon energy that we're talking about, Pisces being the last sign in the zodiac because of heralding in the new cycle happening through spring equinox around the corner at the on the 20th. This is what is happening right now. This is all we need to focus on right now. Yes, there's a lot to observe, sure. Watch the news, know what's happening, don't stick your head in the sand, understood. But if you get so caught up in the illusions and the fear-mongering and the stories and the narratives being told, being fed, you are totally gonna miss that sunrise. You're going to be like sitting in front of the TV with your eyes open, all biting your nails and shit. Like that's what you're going to be doing. And feeling this dismay of all of these knives in your back. Because yes, there are knives in our backs. There have been knives in our backs for the past 2 years, and arguably from the beginning, with who is wielding these swords, coming with this kind of intention, coming with this kind of agenda. So it is what it is, but it's not, it's just not that. And again, when we think about the magician energy of the fact that we can just decide that, nah, I'm gonna take these knives out my back. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna stand under the sun. What you gonna do then? What you got then? Because I have that kind of magic, because I have that kind of power. And you can manipulate the situation the same way they are manipulating the situations, except that your energy in regards to understanding manipulation is more about malleable and how you want to form and shape and create, versus them wanting to destroy and control and, lead people astray, away from their magician qualities. You're not a magician in this. If you stay in this, there's no way that you can remember what it is that you're capable of. You're on the ground. You just lay there bleeding to death. That's a wrap. But as soon as you get up and remember, hold on a second. You know what I could do with these knives? What I now would choose to do in light and in love? What I could build? What I could create? First step, at least, just take them out of my back and stand up and be erect. Keep that spine tall. Right? Aligning with Mahashivratri. All of this happening right now. The momentum is building. This energy is building. They are all happening. And even for them to come into our existence and for us to be able to tap in during this time. This is the first year that I've even known about Mahashivratri for me to think about, let me tap into that. There's no accidents. There are no accidents here. And to be able to share it, even for those who as well perhaps didn't know. Like we didn't miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have missed it. So we didn't at the end of the day. And there's a reason that we didn't. Because there's something we're supposed to do with it. And I can assure you, it has to do with us remembering to remember what it is that we're capable of, especially when we're here trying to build this new earth. And remember how bold we need to be. And yes, about taking that first step for the change, for that end of a cycle, for something new, for the sun to come out. Because ultimately, we have been in rest mode. We have been, suffering from whether it's lockdowns or, just the anticipation of that and, stocking up on our groceries and doing all of these things to prepare our minds, to prepare our souls, to prepare in so many ways for what's coming next. And then again, you watch the news and we see what's going on and it's like, it's devastating. It really is. There's a lot of loss and it makes us want to retreat, and it's important because the retreat is also a recharge. It's so important through this energy of spirits coming through as well, saying like, yeah, pay attention to the news, all of that stuff, but then turn that shit off and take a break and stand under the sun, either literally or do something that makes you feel very, very good, that is going to raise your vibration immediately. Or just take a damn nap and just switch it up. Focus on some dreams. Again, heavy dream energy is coming through right now with Pisces, Neptune. So, take that recharge moment. Take that time, to all of this time too, when you recharge, when you take a nap, when you kind of rest, when you have a little moment of retreat from all of the crazy that's happening. That's when you can manifest, a beautiful existence, a future. Being alive again, feeling the motherly, child energy that comes through in this card is kind of like what you're dreaming of in this rest, a family energy, whether you're male or female. It's just really an energy of the village, of the tribe, you know, of joy. It's also where the color comes in, right? This is like just one straight color. This is one straight color, and then it's in the stained glass that you kind of, you know, have this dreaming in technicolor kind of energy. So definitely think about that. And you know, our strength card is here, which is perfectly aligned as well with what it's going to take to rip out these knives, these swords out of your own back so that you can stand upright, you know, be the magician energy. That again, you're only able to fully do after you take those moments of rest and retreat. You know, even through it. Yo, take a knife out and then take a nap. Take another knife out and take a nap. Take another knife out and take a nap, whatever it takes, so that you have the strength and the resolve to keep pulling those knives out of your back, so that you can stand erect and tall and align with as above, so below, and create and manifest and build. You know, the building is important, and why we need the strength energy as well. You know, if you see how auspicious our energy is here, we've got the two cards that have the infinite abundance sign symbol over their heads, number 1 and number 8. This is like perfectly aligning with the confirmation that we have what it takes, that we are meant to do this, that this is what we're here for, and we're aligning with the right people as well. We're taming beasts right now. We are conquering like ferocious entities and energies and environments and emotions. And it's with gentleness. It's with love ethic. It's with community. It's with humanity. Yes, we have to warrior mode in many ways because we have been in a spiritual war for quite some time now. But we have to look at all of the tools, all of the elements that we have at our disposal, and strategize accordingly. Don't just fight fire with fire, right? Sure, you got that too, but throw some water on there every once in a while, you know? Take a big thing of soil and just douse that ish out every once in a while. Blow it out, whatever it might be. Use the elements, switch it up, change it up. Know that you have all of those things just at your fingertips, quite literally. Abracadabra, as above, so below, holding the magic wand, the wishcraft wand, and just literally making what it is that you want to be a reality. And when you have the kind of strength that can make such a difference in regards to facing a fear, you know, in regards to a particular ferocious energy that might make you feel like, yo, do I really want to go up against that? When you do face that fear and you go up against that, and then all of a sudden that kitty is purring in your hands, yo, you got that. You did that. You did that. Infinite abundance. That is our birthright. That is what awaits us. That is what we have the potential right now with the downloads coming through and the upgrades possible. That is what, for both of them to come through in this reading, is so incredibly auspicious. I'm like, I can't wait to listen back to this, because it's powerful to get both of these cards right now as clarification on what is in store for you if you choose to be bold and make the first move. It's like to-do list. It's the only thing that you need to do. Be bold, make the first move. You know what those things are. It may not be one thing. It may be aligned. It may be a whole bunch of things that are really just about transforming your life. And again, stepping outside of that comfort zone, taking the initiative. So take that initiative, and this is what awaits you. Magical strength, strength of the magician, infinite abundance, just aligning with infinity and eternity, and it's pretty awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited. And then we've got the Judgment, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles brings in an energy of kind of naivete, you know, with focusing on the energy of wealth and health. You know, I always try to remind myself and others when I do readings that the pentacles represent the physical, that represent the earth element, and as a result, it's about our materials, wealth, our money, but it's also about our physical being, about our health, about our bodies, about alignment in regards to, regardless of how much money you make, if you're not well, you can't enjoy it, and when you die, you can't take it with you. It's about legacy building, so that when you die, you can leave it behind, but making sure that you're aligning in all of those ways so that it's not a frivolous focus. So page energy is, you know, often kind of studious and immature in some ways. Again, more of a kind of a young energy, whether it's mentality wise or whether it's age specifically. So with this energy, what I'm getting through in regards to this is that it's really time to upgrade our points of view, again, in regards to being bold. The page is not often a bold energy, but yet there is a keenness. There is a, you know, caution to the wind kind of energy that the page has that you do want to tap into. They may not always make the right choice in the sense, quote unquote, right in terms of just falling into something, but it will always be right because that is what was written. So kind of trust that uncertainty energy, you know, kind of trust that feeling like a novice and thinking like, oh, I don't think I can do it because I've never done it before. There are so many things that you've never done before. There are so many things that so many of us have never done before. But until we do it, all we're going to keep saying is that we've never done it before. So, like, do it. And then you don't have to say you've never done it before. And then it's just going to continue to build, and new things and new experiences are going to come and present themselves to you that you're going to get to say, like, now I did it. Now I don't have to say I've never done it before. So kind of have that recklessness, that reckless abandon kind of energy. Be strategic. Don't be foolish. Don't be, you know, again, the boldness is where that balance comes in. The Strength card is absolutely about being bold. I mean, who just walks up to a lion and like sticks her hand, like you're practically, hand is like right up in the lion's mouth. But you got that. You got that. You know, so just align with that. And then the Judgment card is totally bringing it completely full circle in alignment with this wake-up call that is happening right now. This is angelic energy, ancestral energy coming through, blowing the horn, saying, have you made your final decision? Do you know what you want? Do you know who you are? Do you know how you're going to get it? Do you know what it's going to take? Are you ready? Like, ready? Because it does require a boldness. It does require strength. It does require magic and manifesting. It does require heaviness in regards to how heavy healing is. It does require retreat and rest and recovery. It does require some level of reckless abandon. And just go for it. Just go for it. Number 20. We got 2 10s here, which giving us a double energy of this new beginning, this new cycle coming in. This is round 2, after the knives are out. After the knives are out, judgment call has been made. Now you know. This is who I am. Look what I've done. Look what I was able to do. Pulled all these knives out my back, standing in the sun. I was like conquering the beast. King of the jungle, what? I got you. As above, so below. Magician of all 4 suits, of all elements. The stars and the planets literally aligning for me, acquiescing to my heart's and soul's desires, to the point where the planets ain't even want to be in retrograde to help me out, hook me up right now. That's what's up. And I can assure you, with this judgment energy, justice is going to be served. I can assure you, with everything that is happening right now, That's part of what this transformative energy is all about. That's part of what this double energy of new cycle beginning is all about. That people are going to reap what they sow. Things are going to now start to unfold in light, in love, in truthfulness, in authenticity, in the victory of humanity, for the betterment of all humankind. So there's a rejoicing here. There is a celebration here, victory, absolutely, and a heralding in of something new. And your angels and ancestors, our angels and ancestors, are like right there saying, yes, yep, you're right. And you held the line, and you're taking initiative, and you're being bold, and you're being strong, and you're remembering your magic, and you're pulling them knives out, and you're resting when you need to. You're paying attention to what it is, but then you're, also just shutting it down if it's bringing your vibration down, so that you can stay up, because it is only from that up place that you can even get this message, that you can even hear that horn being blown, that you can rejoice in that way and not feel like, oh my God, this is so daunting. How am I going to do this? You got it. You got it. I believe in you and me. Ashe. All right. Let's get some confirmation for this foundation, for this clarification, this energy. Thanks with these Lenormand cards. Let's see what comes through. There's some confirming energy. Give thanks. Allowing your energies to come through for us. Okay, got the lady. Divine feminine energy is what's up these days, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to let you know immediately. We got the grave. We got the grave. The grave is about releasing, it's about burying, it's about transformation. This is Oya energy and Pluto energy all over it, of what is happening right now, of what needs to be brought in. There is going to be loss, there has been. There's going to be mourning, there has been. This is about the mourning before the morning. If we focus on the mourning, M-O-U-R-N, and not the morning, M-O-R-N, then again, we cannot manifest what it is that we want, because we are staying in this low energy. We're staying in this sadness. We're staying in this grief. We do have to feel it to heal it, and then pull the knives out of our backs. You cannot see the sun from this position. And there is no sun in this position. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's raining, the umbrella is there. So think about what needs to die. We've got the number 8 card right here, aligning with our 8s, infinity 8s right here. Infinite abundance, 8 again. So think about that. What is it that is holding you back? What is it that is making you question, that is making you doubt, that is making you feel like this is so daunting, that it's gonna hurt though, but it's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. But it hurts so much more to not do anything about it. And that hurt has longevity. Whereas you rip off the Band-Aid, you pull these swords out one by one, take your rest in between if you need to, but then it's done. And then you are under the sun. And then it's just manifestation time. Then it is just magician work time. And this is why it's so important to align with divine feminine energy, male or female, because that is the creatrix energy that we are in right now. That is the pregnant 6 energy that we are in right now. That's what the mamas do. Rebirthing a new earth, that's what the mamas do. So we are all capable of that kind of divine creation because we are all comprised of divine masculine and divine feminine. But we have been leaning, and society has been leaning so much on not divine masculine, patriarchy, toxic masculinity. And it's created the world that we are in right now, that divine feminine is trying to remember who they are so that we can balance things out a little bit more, because there has been such a grave imbalance that needs to die. That needs to die. That's the energy that needs to be stabbed up, and for there to be a different dawn, a new day. So I see it, I feel it, I've been seeing it, I've been feeling it. But it's beautiful when it's in the cards, truly. Give thanks. Let's go to the mermaids with this Pisces energy for our affirmation to tie it all up. I do want to pull some charms, but I just realized that I left my charms in another room. But they're close, I may get them. But let's first tap in and give thanks to the waters. The fish are abundance too. When you look at the Pisces symbol with the two fish, like, that is wealth, that is, fertility energy. It's all of that. And it even kind of lends to the infinity sign, with the way the fish kind of connect the way that they do. So I give thanks to Pisces energy aligning with this mermaid deck to get our affirmation or affirmations, depending on the cards that come through, in alignment with this reading, with this extended oracle observation, new moon in Pisces. All right, that wanted to stay in my hand, so we'll take that one. Affirmation. Turn away. Listen. You see the energy that's coming through of what is not serving? So that, like just change the direction, pull the knives out of your back and stand up so that you can see the sun. You got to turn away. Just like I was just talking about too, about the news, depending on what it is that we see, definitely look, but then take that break, turn it off, turn away from the low vibration. If it is bringing you to a point where you are not able to tap in to your magician manifestation power, you'll shut that shit off. Turn away. Yes, it's a fine line, and yes, you have to toe the line and be in the balance and in harmony of not sticking your head in the sand, but then not being inundated by this low vibration, by so much misinformation and straight up lies. Straight up, like, yo, it's so deep, man. Like, I try not to go so into it and just give the messages and the positivity so that it can resonate with as many people as possible, and for me not to feel like I'm, infusing my downloads on everyone all of the time. But it's really deep, and this turn away is really coming through in alignment with so much that's been said, in terms of, like, if it's not feeling good, if it doesn't look good, if it not look right, if it not feel right, you'll turn away from that. Step away from that. Switch it up. Turn your back on that. Walk away from that. Release that. We cannot receive what is for us if something is there taking up its space. If someone is there taking up its space. And that could be physical. It could be energetic. Sometimes we're like over someone, but we're not. Even though the relationship is done, or the dynamic is done, or the environment is no longer, in proximity, they're still inundating our emotions and dictating our choices and our feelings in so many ways because of feelings that we're harboring. because of regrets, because of mistakes, quote unquote, that we think that we've made, whether for ourselves, for somebody else, within the dynamic, whatever it may be. Whatever doesn't feel good, turn away from it. Whatever doesn't feel right, turn away. If it doesn't feel harmonious, if it's not peaceful, turn away. And again, educate yourself. Pay attention, absolutely. But the minute it starts to make you feel like, to the point where the emotions that you are now experiencing are what can actually manifest in your existence or really take hold, is that worth it? Is the information worth it? If it has that kind of effect, if it can leave you to that like low degree that now you are literally calling in exactly what it is that you're mourning, exactly what it is that you're having difficulty with listening to, that's making you feel that bad, that now in the feeling you are calling it, you are attracting it to you. Is the information worth it? These are the questions that we need to start asking ourselves in all of the observances that we're making these days. We're so good at observing as humans, as three-dimensional. We see with these two eyes, right? So wait, it is what it is. Seeing is believing. Is it though? Especially when the eye that we are supposed to be seeing from is clearly blocked, because that is how they set it up. And it is especially blocked if we are exposed to something that can lower our vibration to the point where whatever opening was happening just closed. Turn away from it. I co-sign that, and it's a lesson that I'm experiencing and re-experiencing daily, truly, in regards to that, because it is probably the hardest thing to do, is the release, to truly release. We can say it, do the mirror work, script, burn that shit, all that, all we want. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't just happen like that. It's about the practice. It's about like really trying our best to stay as high vibration as possible, to turn away from as low vibrational as possible, to let that accumulate in the positive sense. Because the accumulation can happen in both directions, which is why we have to be that much more particular in regards to our exposure, in regards to discernment, in regards to character, in regards to community, in regards to who we give access of ourselves to, who we're choosing to expose ourselves to. In regards to diet, it's not in terms of just what we eat, but yes, it's all of that. When we think about detoxing, all of these things are important, but it's not just about detoxing our bodies from food and things that aren't healthy in that way. It's about relationships that are not working. It's about environments that are not feeling right. It's about career choices or jobs that are contributing to our negative energy, and how it is that we are potentially continuously manifesting that or bringing it home because of how inundated we are by the energy. So whatever it is that, again, we know don't feel good, turn away. That is what's going to tap you in to the magic that is going to create the new existence. That is why the bold and taking the first move is so aligned with, from our foundation to our affirmation, because it does take boldness to turn away and be like, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm gonna keep it moving. This don't good for me. This don't feel good. I don't want it. You have to be bold to do that. It is a first move to do that, because I can assure you, whoever or whatever it is that you need to turn away from is trying to suck you all the way back in. Like, is trying to keep you in if you have not made any of the moves yet to turn away from it. So the initiative, the first move, is surely not going to be on their part in regards to releasing you. Oh, be free, be free. You know what, I really don't think you're happy here. I could do better and I can't, so I'm just gonna let you go. Yeah, chances are that's not gonna happen. especially if you're still there, especially if you're still in the dynamic, if you're still in the job, if you're still in the environment, if you're still in the city, if you're still whatever it is. If that's not where you want to be, manifest, be bold, make the first move, take the initiative, feel it to heal it, align with divine feminine, remember that you're a damn magician and can literally manifest whatever it is that you want. Remember how strong you are. Bring back your innocence, that childlike energy as well, that like, I can do anything. Make the judgment call. Final decision. It's your final answer. Do you know what that is? And if you know what that is, turn away from whatever it's not so that you can focus and have more time and more space and more energy for what is. Because right now you're still expending energy in whatever environment or dynamic that you know you don't want. And then the things that you do want, you get home and you're too tired, or you're too stressed, or you're too angry, or you're too hurt to really be able to feed it, to really be able to manifest it. The universe doesn't speak our language in regards to just an affirmation of, I will do this and I am this. All of our I ams, so powerful, so important, absolutely. But if our vibrational frequency is not in alignment with what it is that we are calling forth, or what it is that we're scripting or petitioning or declaring or decreeing, if it doesn't match, that's the vibrational disjoint that the universe is going to get. And then it's stalemate. Then it's like waiting for you to be sure, waiting for you to know, waiting for you to be consistent, waiting for things to match up, to add up. Turn away. The things that are blocking, if that's creating the language barrier between you and the universe, are all the things that you need to turn away from that you have not yet. The people, the places, the pacts, all of it. And for yourself. And again, take the rest when it's needed, because it's daunting and it's going to be heavy. I don't doubt it. You know, we're all going through it on some level, and it's a continuous thing. Again, the momentum is building. We are not through the woods yet. You know, we're kind of like in the thick of it. But we're seeing the change. We're seeing the growth. We're seeing the evolution. We're seeing the transformation. We're seeing the metamorphosis individually, collectively, politically, globally. And we get to tap into that, and we get to make it our way. We get to do it our way. So what is that way? What is your way? I'll leave the charms out for now so I don't kill the momentum by getting up and going to get them. But next reading, I will use the charms as I usually do for the extended. And I think I think it's actually more powerful to end on this turn away. I think that's the reason that they're not here, that I don't have my charms right here, because this is, if there's any, and again, affirmation. I would be remiss to not remind us that this is the affirmation card. So make up your own affirmation with the words turn away in them. That is something new that I'm going to start to incorporate for the affirmation card, or cards that are pulled when I do the extended readings. I'm going to give an example, an affirmation example, and then invite you all to create your own affirmations. For example, I turn away from all negative emotion, energy, entity, and environment. Whatever comes to you, or feel free to use that. But it's time to turn away from what doesn't serve, from what doesn't feel good, from what doesn't sit right. And find your way. And find your way. True north. Again, you know, it's came back again. So I hope that resonates. And just tap in. Just tap in. You know, my queendom quest this evening. I look forward truly, truly cannot wait to share sacred space with you again and to really go in deep like we do with these energies, and how we can use it to work for us and not against us, and how we can accelerate our manifesting collectively as we do, and the magic that we make, especially when Black women gather. We know what's up. We know what's up. And I'm honored to be among you. So that's it for this new moon in Pisces Oracle Observation extended reading. Until the next time, lest we forget, time to get back to natural.